So what is our next topic is expectation, also very important. What is another name of expectation is the moment. Expectation moment. So here consider a statistical table. Consider a statistical table, statistical data. X omega, x1, x2, x3 and so on xn. Omega 1, omega 2, omega 3 and so on omega n. Consider a statistical data. X represents what here? Sample points. X is the sample points. Omega is the weight. Weight, another name is the frequency. What is another name of the weight? Is called frequency. Weight means frequency. What is the frequency means? What it represents? What repetition? Omega 1 represents what? Repetition of x1. Omega 2 represents how many times x2 got repeated. Omega 3 is how many times x3 got repeated. Repetition of the sample points. x1, x2, x3, xn. Repetition of the sample points. Now what is weighted average? First row is the sample point, second is the weights. Weighted average. What is the weighted average? What is the weighted average we are having here? Weighted average is equals to x1 omega 1, x2 omega 2, x3 omega 3 plus so on xn omega n divided by sum of the weights omega 1, omega 2, omega 3 plus so on omega n. x1 omega 1 plus x2 omega 2. You know this weighted average formula x1 omega 1, x2 omega 2 plus xn omega n by omega 1 plus omega 2 so on omega n. So this weighted average we are writing as what? Separating x1 into omega 1 by sigma omega I, x2 into omega 2 divided by sigma omega I, plus x3 into omega 3 divided by sigma omega I, plus so on xn into omega n divided by sigma omega I. Weighted average. Weighted average we are converting into the probability. First is what? Sample point, second is the weights. Weighted average. What is the weighted average here? x1 into what is omega 1 by sigma omega I? Omega 1 is what? Omega 1 are the favorable to x1. Favorable to x1 by total. This is total. Favorable by total is what? All of you know, probability. Just what is the table here? Consider a statistical data, expectation concept. These are the sample points and these are all the weights, weighted average. Weighted average we are converting into the probability. x1 into p of x1, x2 into p of x2, x3 into p of x3 plus so on plus xn into p of xn. Weighted average we are converting into the probability. Understanding? Weighted average in terms of the probability. So this, write all of them using summation. Sigma I is equals to 1 to n xi into p of xi. Weighted average we are converting into the probabilities. All these we are writing and using the probability. You are all understanding? Summation I is equals to 1 to n xi into p of xi. This formula is called expectation of x. This formula is the expectation of the x, E of x. What you have done? Weighted average we are converting into what? Weighted average converting into the probability. Expectation of the x. This is represented as E of x. E of x, which is mean. E of x is the mean. E of x. E, capital E. Capital E of x, mean. What you have done? Weighted average we are converting into the probability. That is called the E of x, mean. If you take the squares of sample points, what happens here? You will get the E of x square. Just write down the, after copying this, what is expectation definition? Write down one definition. What is another name of the expectation is called mean. Expectation definition. The probability weighted average. The probability weighted average. The probability weighted average is called expectation. What you are doing here, weighted average converted in terms of the probabilities, yes or no? The probability weighted average is called expectation. Expectation is represented by E of x. What is another name of expectation is called moment. Expectation, another word, moment. But in this case, this is called mean here, x1, x2, x3, xn. All of you understood? Suppose if you take the squares of the sample points, what happens here? Squares of the sample points. See here, let us take squares of the sample points. These sample points squares. Okay. If you take the squares of the sample points, squares of the sample points, x and omega. Omega is squares of the sample points we are taking x1 square, x2 square, x3 square and so on, xn square. omega 1, omega 2, omega 3 and so on omega n. What is the weighted average of this table? For this table weighted average, tell me what is the weighted average of this table is? X1 squared omega 1 plus x2 square omega 2 plus x3 square omega 3 plus so on plus xn square omega n divided by omega 1 plus omega 2, omega 1 plus omega 2 plus so on omega n. All of you know the weighted average of the squares of the sample points. Weighted average of the squares of the sample points. So again, same logic, whatever we applied here. X1 square into omega 1 by sigma omega I, x2 square into omega 2 divided by sigma omega I, x3 square into omega 3 divided by sigma omega I, plus so on, xn square into omega n by sigma omega I. All of you understood? Then this is also we are converting into the probability. See, this is a squares of the sample points divided by omega 1. This formula only we have separated. Now tell me what is the logic here? X1 square into P of X1, X2 square into P of X2, X3 square into P of X3, plus so on, Xn square into P of Xn, P of Xn. You can write this is what? Summation. What is the formula? Summation I is equals to 1 to n xi squared P of xi. Summation I is equals to 1 to n xi squared P of xi. This we are calling as what? Expectation of x square. E of x square. Expectation of x square. E of x square. Expectation of x square. E of x square. What is this E of x square is called? Mean square value. Mean square value. First one is the mean. This is a mean squared value. Mean squared value. This is a weighted average. See, only one divided is there. Not get any confusion. I will write again if you have any confusion about this. What is the weighted average? X1 squared omega x2 squared whole divided by omega 1 plus omega 2 plus omega 3 plus so on omega n. These terms I separated. All the terms are separated. Okay, na? No problem. Yes. In the same way, if you take the cubes of the sample points, what is the result? You will get E of x cube. E of x cube, E of x power of n and all. Completed. Cubes if you take E of x cube. Okay. What is E of x? E of x square, E of x cube and so on. E of x power of n. All these formula If x is discrete random variable, if x is discrete random variable, if x is continuous random variable, what is its name? If x is discrete random variable, if x is continuous random variable, what is the E of x formula and what is its name? What is E of x if x is discrete random variable? Summation I is equals to 1 to n xi into p of xi. This formula you know very well. If it is a continuous random variable, what is the formula? Summation changes to integral x into f of x dx. What is this p of xi? P of xi is called PMF. P of xi is a PMF. What is f of x is a PDF. For continuous random variable, what is the function? PDF. For a discrete random variable, what is the function? PMF. PMF PDF. What is the name of this one? It is called? What is the E of x name? Mean. Yes or no? It is mean. What its name is? Mean. E of x square. What is the E of x square? Summation I is equals to 1 to n xi square p of xi, and it is what? Integral minus infinity to infinity x square into f of x dx. What? In continuous, if it is a continuous random variable, what is the name of this formula is called? Mean squared value. All of you understanding? And this is what? What is the formula? If it is a discrete, summation I is equals to 1 to n xi cube p of xi, and this is integral of minus infinity to plus infinity x cube f of x dx. This is called one name skew. Skew. SKEW skew. If it is E of x power 4, we are calling as what? E of x power 4, its name is what? E of x power name is kurtosis, some name. Kurtosis, E of x power 4. Tell me what is the E of x power of n formula? E of x power of n. Xi power of n, P of xi. If it is a continuous random variable, what is the formula? Minus infinity to infinity x power of n f of x dx. So these are all the different E of x formula in case of discrete and continuous. Discrete and continuous. How we are getting this formula? Tell me. That weighted average only we are converting into the probabilities. Is it clear? That process we are calling as a expectation. Everyone understanding? Yes. What is another name of the expectation? Is called moment. 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 You can remember easily, and this concept, this knowledge useful in your MTech subjects also. Expectation concepts. If all of you have studied this in BTech, is there? EFX concepts is there or not? You are not responding. Some of P&S subject is there, na? P&S. Okay, coming to E of x power 4 we are calling as what? Kurtosis. E of x cube is what? Skew. But for us, mean squared value. These two are very, very important. Mean squared value. Yeah, coming to next. What are the types of moments we have? It's very, very important concept. Those who are absent, your friends, for them also, ask them also, go through that expectation, very important concepts. For this expectation, 98, 99, during that time, 98, 99, 2000, that time, I referred around 20 textbooks. Is it clear? Even whenever I was student, my professor also not declared perfect. Myself, I got some command on this. See, throughout India, I taught so many batches, for 500 plus batches. Many students, they are little weak in this area, especially E of X concept, expectation. Get perfection. Hmm? 98, 99 means you are all, no, kids, no. Okay. Right, no problem. Yeah, you try your excellent results in coming future, 40 years, you have to do lot of magics. అంటే మీకంటే మీకు ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేస్తుండాలి ఉండాలి రిజల్ట్స్. యువర్ రిలేటివ్స్ ఆల్సో షుడ్ సర్ప్రైజ్ విత్ యువర్ రిజల్ట్స్. అలా ఉండాలి, చూద్దాం. కరెక్ట్నమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు యువర్ పేరెంట్స్ యువర్ రిజల్ట్స్ మీరు తెచ్చినా తేకపోయినా ఏమన్నా, బట్ యూ షుడ్ షో సమ్ రిజల్ట్స్. యా, కమింగ్ టు నెక్స్ట్. Come on, moment to definition. Moments are how many types here? Moment is another word for expectation. What are the types of moments we are having? Types of moments. Expectation, another name is moment. What are the types of moments we have? Ordinary moments. Ordinary moments. One is ordinary moments. Second is central moments. Ordinary moments, central moments. Types of moments. Ordinary, central. What is another name of the ordinary moment? Ordinary moment is also called raw moment. Ordinary moment, raw moment. Moment about origin. Different names are there. Moment, these different words they will use in your exam also. What are the different types of moments? Ordinary, raw moment, moment about origin. Central moment. Moment about mean. Central moments, moment about mean. See, whatever we discussed till now, moment means what? It's nothing but another word is what? It is another word for the expectation. Remember, expectation. Very good. Yes. E of x. These are all called ordinary moments. E of x, E of x square, E of x cube, and so on. E of x power of n. These are all called ordinary moments. They are all ordinary moments. E of x square, E of x cube, E of x power of n. They are all called ordinary moments. E of x is the, hello, E of x is the first order ordinary moment. First order ordinary moment. E of x is the first order ordinary moment. E of x square is the second order ordinary moment. E of x cube, third order ordinary moment, and so on. E of x power of n, nth order ordinary moment. These are all ordinary moments. What is another name of ordinary moment is called raw moment. Ordinary raw moment, moment about origin. Moment, ordinary raw moment, moment about origin. Different words we are using for the moment. Then what is the central moment? That also we will discuss. I have given all this formula. Discrete continuous case we have discussed this formula also. Next, central moments. When it is said to be central moments, it's completed now. Central moments. Central moments. What is another name of central moment? Moment about mean. Central moments. For central moments, what you have to do? X and omega. X1 minus m, x2 minus m, x3 minus m, and so on. Xn minus m. How many sample points we have? In ordinary moments tables we have done. What are the sample points? X1, x2, x3, xn. What is the difference between that table and here? M is subtracted. M is subtracted from all the sample points. What is M is nothing but a here mean. What is M is here mean, which is E of x. M is nothing but a mean which is equals to E of x. And what are the weights here? Omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, and so on, omega n. Now tell me what is the weighted average of this table weighted average. The weighted average of these tables are called, this type of tables weighted average we are calling as central moment. Ordinary moment means what? Direct x1, x2, x3, xn. Now it is m is subtracted from all the sample points. The weighted average of this type of table we are calling as a central moments. What is the weighted of this one? X1 minus m into omega 1, x2 minus m into omega 2, plus x3 minus m into omega 3, plus so on, plus xn minus m into omega n divided by omega 1 plus omega 2 plus omega 3 plus so on, omega n. This is clear. Sum of the weights. This one also we are converting into the probability. This table also we are x1 minus m into omega 1 divided by sigma omega I, separating. x2 minus m into omega 2 divided by sigma omega I, plus so on, xn minus m into omega n divided by sigma omega I. All of you understanding? Separated all the terms. Yes. x1 minus m into, this is p of x1. Only p of x1. No need to write p of x1 minus m. P of x1 plus x2 minus m into p of x2 plus so on, plus xn minus m into what? P of xn. You are all understanding? x1 minus m into p of x1 plus so on, xn minus m into p of xn. Write all of them using summation. What is the result? Using summation, write all of them. What is the result? We are going to get summation. I is equals to 1 to n xi minus m into p of xi. Xi minus m into p of xi. How to write this one is nothing but, earlier what is the difference between previous formula and here? In the earlier formula, we got what? Summation I is equals to 1 to n xi into p of xi. This is xi into p of xi. That we have written as what? E of x. But it is what now? It is a e of x minus m. E of x minus m. This is e of x minus m. It is always 0. Keep the star mark. E of x minus m is always 0. E of x minus m. You are understanding? What is the E of x minus m is called? Central, first order central moment. E of x minus m. What is the formula of E of x minus m? Summation I is equals to 1 to n xi minus m. Xi. Xi minus m into p of xi. And this formula, when this formula is applicable, if x is a discrete, x is a discrete random variable. If x is a continuous random variable, how this formula changes? Integral minus infinity to infinity x minus m f of x dx. So when this formula is applicable, if x is a continuous and x is a discrete, this value is always 0. This value is always 0. What is the name of this formula is called? First order. First order which moment? First order? First order ordinary or central? Central moment. Everyone understanding? First order central moment. First order central moment. First order central moment. First order central moment is what? Always 0. If you want, note down that point. First order central moment is always 0. First order central moment is always 0. You may expect that also in the exam. First order central moment is always 0. Ordinary moments, central moments. First order central moment is always 0. First order central moment is always 0. Second order, next, how to get the second order central moment here? Yes, some of our friends are absent, taking rest in the hostels. Huh? Taking sleeping. Okay, no problem. You have to take all our senior leaders, senior persons as inspiration. Yes. Hello. What is the age of our Chief Minister, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister? What is the age? 70 plus, 72. Hmm? General people want to retire at what age? 60. I am not telling that one also. Chandrababu Naidu only. Narendra Modi, Rajinikanth, Kamala Hassan. Karnanidhi, you take best example. Karnanidhi, at what age? Up to 96. What is my intention to say? Some people what they will do, neat results, especially example, neat result. Any neat result comes negative, especially neat results negative, they will go to the big building and jump from that buildings generally. They are jumping from the buildings unnecessarily. Why? So that moment something creates in mind. We should not do anything. Life is a next x1 minus m whole squared, x2 minus m whole square, and so on. Xn minus m whole square, omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, and so on, omega n. You are all understanding? Yeah. Take the weighted average of this. What is the weighted average of this? x1 minus m whole squared omega 1, x2 minus m whole squared omega 2, plus so on, plus xn minus m whole squared omega n divided by omega 1 plus omega 2 weighted averages, plus so on omega n. Now separate the terms and simplify same logic. What is the result? You will get x minus m whole squared. Omega 1 by sigma omega is what? P of x1. x2 minus m, x2 minus m whole squared. P of x2 plus so on. xn minus m whole squared. P of xn. You are all understanding? No confusion? All these terms we are writing using summation. What is the formula? Summation I is equals to 1 to n xi minus m whole squared p of xi. This is called e of x minus m whole square. E of x minus m whole squared. What is the name of this? Is called variance of x. This is called variance of the x. Hello. What are the three words are very important in the gate point of view? Mean, mean squared, variance. These three words are very important. Mean, mean squared value, variance. Mean is which type of moment? Ordinary or central? Mean is what type of moment? Ordinary or central? Ordinary. Mean squared value? Ordinary. Variance? Central. Mean is which type of moment? Ordinary moment. First order ordinary. Mean squared value second order ordinary. Variance is what? Second order central. Variance is second order central. First order central is what? What is the value of the first order central? Is 0. So remember all. So if all of you copied this one, variance. Variance is a second order central moment. Any confusions? Clear? Yeah. Coming to Completed? Copied now? Okay. What is E of x minus m whole square second order central moment? Summation I is equals to 1 to n xi minus m whole square p of xi. When this formula is applicable, when this formula, if x is discrete, and if x is continuous, minus infinity to infinity, x minus m whole square, when this formula is applicable, continuous, discrete continuous. What is the name of this formula is called variance of the x, sigma square x. And what is the name of this is called second order central moment. Second order central moment. In the same way, if I want to write nth order central moment, E of x minus m whole power of n, summation I is equals to 1 to n, xi minus m to the power of n, p of xi, also equals to integral of minus infinity to infinity, x minus m whole power of n, f of x dx. What is this f of x is the PDF. F of x is what? PDF. Right. What is that? This is called nth order. What is the name of this is called? Nth order. Nth order which moment? Ordinary or central? Nth order central moment. Nth order central moment. So that is the nth order central moment. Properties of expectation. Properties of expectation. Hello. What are the moments we have now? Two types of moments, ordinary, central. What is another name of the ordinary is also called raw moment. Moment about origin. Listen by. In the GATE exam they are using the word raw moment. Moment about origin. Central moment. What is another name of central moment? Moment about mean. They are using second words also. Right. Properties of expectation. What is the first property? Expectation of constant is constant, where k is the constant, where k is constant. Expectation of constant is constant. Second, expectation of the kx, k into e of x, where k is the constant. Expectation of the kx, k into e of x, where k is the constant. Third, expectation of kx plus or minus c, k into expectation of x plus or minus c, where k and c are constants, where k and c are constants. All of you are understanding? K and c are constants. Fourth, expectation of x plus or minus y. Expectation of x plus or minus y. E of x plus or minus e of y. Here what are the x and y? X and y are the different random variables. X and y are the two random variables. X and y are two different random variables. X and y are two different random variables. You are all understanding? E of x plus or minus y is what? E of x plus or minus e of y. X and y are the two different random variables. Fifth, if x and y are independent, if x and y are independent, if x and y are independent, E of xy is equals to E of x into E of y. X and y are independent. E of xy equal to E of x into E of y. All five properties are important. Expectation properties. All five properties of expectation also important. If x and y are independent, E of xy is E of x into E of y. This property is just like, P of A intersection B is what? P of A intersection B is what? P of A into P of B. Just like that. E of xy is E of x into E of y. If x and y are independent, E of xy is E of x into E of y. These are all properties of what? Expectation. Very good. Now, let us write variance in terms of the mean squared value. Then one small derivation I'm going to explain here, very important. How to write variance in terms of the mean squared value minus mean. Is completed? Properties of expectation. Five properties. What is variance by all of you know? Variance is what? Variance of x is E of x minus m whole square. Yes or no? E of x minus m whole square. What is E of x minus m whole square expansion? E of x square plus m square minus 2mx. E of x square expansion. E of x square plus what is the expectation of m square? M is the constant. What is the expectation of m square is again m square. Expectation of constant is constant. Not responding. All of you understood. Ah. One property here, sixth property, observe. Sixth property. This is a test for you. You tell me. Everyone concentrate. What happened? Following all of you? Following? Whenever you are discussing this one, nobody will get the sleep. I observed in previous classes also. Anybody is still having sleep means they don't get sleep also. But our friends are, some of our friends are sleeping. See, these are golden days, I told you already. Lies, 1 month. We can do a lot of magics in 1 month also. Expectation of the x. What is the answer? Yeah, it is a test for your how much you understood. Expectation of x. Any number of times expectation of the x. What is the answer? Huh? What is expectation of x? Some constant value will get by. E of x is what? Mean. Some constant value will get. You are understanding? C of x is some constant value. What is the expectation of constant? Constant. What is the expectation of constant? Constant. Expectation of constant? Constant. What is the overall answer? E of x. Is it clear to all of you? Expectation of x is E of x. Very good. Some of you responded. Coming to next. Minus 2m into 2m is constant into expectation of the x. What is E of x again? M. E of x is what again? M. M into m square. 2m. E of x square. E of x square plus m square minus 2m square. Result of this one here. E of x square minus m square. E of x whole square. M square minus 2m square. M means E of x. M means E of x only. Mean. What does the M mean? After finding E of x, what is the result? Constant. What the expectation of any number of time expectation on E of x is again E of x. All understanding? Not only 4, 5, n number of times also E of x only. Now, what is the variance of x? All of you understood? Variance of x is equals to mean squared value minus mean. Variance of x is equals to mean squared value minus mean whole squared. You are understanding? Variance is what? Variance is a second order central moment. Second, second order central moment is equals to second order ordinary moment minus first order ordinary moment whole squared. Variance of x is equals to mean squared value minus mean whole squared. Second order central moment is equals to mean squared value minus mean whole squared. This bit they asked many times in the exam. Variance of x. Variance of x is E of x square minus E of x whole squared. This is a famous bit in the gate. Okay, everybody understood? No confusion? All of you understood? Yeah, completed. Next, covariance. What is covariance? Variance, covariance. Next. Shall we go to next slide? Completed. Covariance. Covariance. Covariance of x comma y. Sigma xy. Covariance notation is sigma xy. What is the variance notation? Sigma square suffix x. Sigma x square is variance. Covariance is sigma xy. Okay. Variance notation is what? Variance notation is sigma square. Covariance of x comma y. Just listen here. This variance formula only we are modifying. Listen. What is the variance formula? All of you know variance formula is what? Expectation of x minus m whole square. This m means what? Mean of x. M means mean of x. This formula only we are modifying like x minus mx. This is nothing but what? X minus mx into x minus mx is what? X minus mx whole square. You are understanding? X minus mx, x minus mx, it's whole squared. This formula only we are modifying for the covariance. X minus mx, but another x minus mx is what? Y minus my. Another x minus mx is y minus my. You are understanding? Expectation of x minus mx. Another x minus mx is what? Y minus my. You are understanding? From this formula only we are getting one more variable we are introducing. Hmm? Right. Multiply and simplify. What is the result? You will get E of xy minus mxy minus myx plus mx into my. Don't take any confusion. This is only one variable. It is in terms of two variables. Huh? Example, hero in single role, hero is in double role. Huh? Most of your fans have it's hero. States they used to say one word about Telugu movies. E of xy. Okay, leave it. E of xy minus mx into E of y. Mx my. Next minus my mx. Hello. My mx plus mx my. These two are cancelled, which is equals to E of xy minus what is the mx is E of x, E of y. Everyone understanding? That is the covariance of xy formula. Covariance of xy. Multiplied and simplified covariance. Now tell me, if I put y equal to x, then it's going to become what? Y equal to x. Y equal to x, what happens? Covariance is going to become a what happens? Covariance becomes what? Y equal to x. Covariance is nothing but a what? E of x square minus E of x whole square is nothing but a variance. If you put y equal to x, what happens? Covariance is a variance. Yes or no? If you put y is equals to minus x, covariance of x comma y becomes what here? Minus variance of x. If y equal to minus x, covariance becomes what? Minus of variance of x. You are all understanding? Right. Now we have some properties of the covariance. Properties of covariance. Properties of covariance. What are the different properties of the covariance? First one, covariance of ax comma by. Hello. Covariance of ax comma by. Substitute x with ax, y with the by. What happens? Covariance of ax comma by. AB into covariance of x comma y. AB into covariance of x comma y. This is x by, correctly write down, x comma y. Next, second, covariance of minus x comma minus y. Covariance of minus x comma minus y. A and B are minus 1 1. How to get these proofs, sir? If you put all these in this formula only reference for all these proofs. Understood? What is the covariance of minus x comma minus y? Covariance of minus x comma minus y is what? Covariance of x comma y. Third property. Covariance of minus x comma y minus covariance of x comma y. Understand logically, don't by heart. For all of them, which one is the reference proof? For proof of all of them, this formula is reference. Is it clear? If you want all these proofs, substitute here. It gives all. Next. Fourth property, covariance of x comma minus y. Covariance of x comma minus y minus covariance of x comma y minus covariance of x comma y. Fifth property, if x and y are independent, if x and y are independent, what is your answer? If x and y are independent, covariance of x comma y. If x and y are independent, covariance becomes what? Yes, tell me. Covariance of x comma y is what? E of x y is what? E of x into E of y. E of x into E of y minus E, both are cancelled. What is the covariance? 0. If x and y are independent, covariance is the 0. This is also a previous gate. Previous gate. Every property is very important. Every property is very important. Covariance. No need to by heart. Covariance 0 or not, x and y are independent. What happens if x and y are independent? E of xy is what? E of x into E of y minus E of x into E of y, both are cancelled. It's cleared. No need to by heart any property also. Remember logically. Logically remember. All of you know. How many layers you have in CN subject? CN subject, how many layers? 7 layers. What is the logic to remember that? What is the logic to remember? Logic how to remember? Like BB Rai, Great Britain, very good wife, like that. Huh? ఏం లేదు. Hello. Please do not tell secret password anyone. Please do not tell secret password anyone. Please do not tell secret password anyone. That is all. Please do not tell secret password anyone. Like that. Top to bottom. AP State Transport never develops profits. Top to bottom. Disclaimer. Venkanna sir is telling like that means if you will say Chandrababu Naidu or any Jagannath Chandrababu Naidu. Just for subject, remember purpose only. All transports are under loss only. Every government is saying like that only. All transports are under loss. But they are all generating lot of money also, but they are saying loss. Remember, na? Second one also. Top to bottom is what? AP State Transport never develops profits. Okay, no problem. But which one is best? Please do not tell secret password anyone. See, just like BB Rai, Great Britain, very good wife. These are all the properties of covariance. Next, properties of variance. Properties of variance. Hello. Properties of variance. First one, variance of the constant 0. Variance of constant, it's not the constant. Variance of the constant is 0. We can prove also. What is the variance of x? E of x square minus E of x whole squared. In that, in place of x, k means it is a 0 only. Variance of constant is 0, where k is the constant. K is the constant. Second, variance of kx, k square into variance of x. Variance of kx, k square into variance of x. K is the constant. Third, variance of kx plus or minus c, k square into variance of the x. Fourth, what are the k and c here? Where k and c are constants. K and c are constants. Variance of kx plus or minus c, k square into variance of x, where k and c are constants. Variance of x plus y, variance of x plus y, variance of x plus variance of the y plus 2 covariance of x comma y. All properties are very important. Fifth, variance of x minus y, variance of x plus variance of the y minus 2 covariance of x comma y. Variance of x minus y, variance of x plus variance of y minus 2 covariance of x comma y. Is clear to all of you? Next. If x and y are independent, sixth one, hello. If x and y are independent, If x and y are independent, what is the variance of x plus y? If x and y are independent, variance of x plus y is variance of x plus variance of the y. If x and y are independent, variance of x plus y is variance x plus y is what? Variance of x plus variance of y, 2 covariance xy. Variance of x minus y is what? Variance x plus variance y minus 2 covariance. If x and y are independent, what is the variance of x plus y? Variance x plus variance y. Variance of x minus y also variance x plus, it is plus only, not minus. Variance x plus variance y, both are previous gate. Remember, both are previous gate, very important. If x and y are independent, what is the variance of x plus y? Variance x plus variance y. Variance of x minus y is also variance x plus variance y. All of you are understanding? Yes. So these are the properties of the variance. Properties of the covariance, properties of expectation, properties of the variance. All properties are very important. You are understanding? No confusion? Next. One more small concept is there. Correlation coefficient, coefficient of correlation. Hello. Correlation coefficient, coefficient of correlation. This is the last concept in expectation. After that, we will numericals, solve the numericals. Correlation coefficient, correlation coefficient, coefficient of correlation, correlation coefficient, coefficient of correlation. It is represented as rho. Coefficient of correlation is represented as rho. What is the formula? Covariance of x comma y divided by sigma x into sigma y. Hello. Covariance of x comma y. Sigma xy divided by sigma x into sigma y. That is the formula. Correlation coefficient, coefficient of correlation. Covariance of x comma y, sigma x, sigma y. What are the limits of the rho? Minus 1 less than or equal to rho less than or equal to 1. Rho limits. Sometimes it is represented as r also. Rho also represented as r also. What are the limits of the rho? Minus 1 to 1. Now tell me, in which case rho becomes 0? Rho is 0. In which case rho is 0? When rho becomes 0? If x and y are independent, yes or no? If x and y are independent, what is the covariance? 0. If x and y are independent, covariance is 0, rho also 0. That is about correlation coefficient, coefficient of correlation. These are the different properties we have. Now let us solve numericals. PDF we have some numericals. PDF also some numericals are there. Before going to that PDF numericals, let us solve some other questions. Then we will go to that PDF questions also. First question here. Completed this one? Very good. Right, and first, what is the question here? This is also previous gate question only. Find the expected value of hello, outcome of Find the expected value of the outcome of an experiment when single die is thrown. When single die is thrown. Hello. Find the expected value of the outcome of an experiment when single die is thrown. What is our experiment here? Single die is thrown. When single die is thrown, what are the possible outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Observe here its solution. When single die is thrown, X and its probability. What are the sample points when single die is thrown? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When single die is thrown. You are understanding? What is the probability? What is the probability of the 1? 1 by 6, 2 also, 3 also, 4 also, 5. Ah. Is asking what? Expected value, E of x. E of x is what type of moment? Ordinary or central? E of x is ordinary or central? Ordinary. First order ordinary. What is the name of this is called? Mean. Okay. He is asking what? Expected value. E of x is asking. What is E of x here? Summation. I is equals to 1 to 6. How many are there? 6 sample points. Xi into P of xi. Substitute here. 1 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 1 by 6 plus 3 into 1 by 6 plus 4 into 1 by 6 plus 5 into 1 by 6 6 into 1 by 6. You are understanding? E of x formula we applied. What is the common in all of them? LCM is same. What is LCM here? 6. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 divided by 6. What is the answer here? Yes. 21 by 6. 21 by 6 is what? 7 by 2. 3.5. 3.5 is the answer. What is this question? Expected value of the outcome when a single die is thrown. When a single die is thrown, what is the expected value of the outcome? What are the possible outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and their probability values also E of x. Understanding? No confusion? Next question. Find the expected value of the sum of the faces when two dice are thrown. What is the question? Find the expected value. Find the expected value of. Find the expected value of sum of faces. Sum of faces when two dice are thrown. When two dice are thrown. Find the expected value of the sum of the faces when two dice are thrown. When two dice are thrown, total when two dice are thrown, how many total possible outcomes? 36, all of you know. 36. X P of X. X P of X. What is the minimum sum? Minimum sum of the faces? Minimum sum is 2. Maximum sum? 12. Minimum sum is 2. Next to sum is what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What is the probability of the sum 2? How many events are favorable to sum 2? 1. Yes or no? 1, 1. 1. This is 1 by 36. How many are sum 3? 2. 1, 2, 2, 1. 2 by 36 for 4 how many? 4 how many? First row is 1 3 3 1. Huh? 3 by 36 for 5. 4 by 36 for 6. 5 by 36 for 7. 6 by 36 for 8. Not 7. 5 by 36. 4 by 36. 3 by 36. 2 by 36. 1 by 36. Okay, na? He is asking what? Expected value of the sum of the faces. E of x is asking 2 into 1 by 36, 3 into 2 by 36, 4 into 3 by 36, 5 into 4 by 36, so on up to where? 12 into 1 by 36. All of you, what is the answer? Write all the terms. What is common all of them? 36. 36 is common. LCM. What is the result you will get here? 2. This is what? 6 and 12. That's what? 20. Next is what? 6 into 5. 6 into 5. 30. Next is what? 42. Next is what? 40. 36 plus 30 plus 22 plus 12. Simplify this. What is the answer? What is the answer? 7, huh? 7 is the answer. 7. For understanding question, they will use the word expected value. Understand? Okay. Okay, right. It's cleared. Next is what? Expectation definite type, 1 mark sure in the gate. Throughout India, many students are weak in this expectation area because of in the college whether they discussed the subject or not. Very important concept. That is useful in your MTech also. If you are strong at expectation concept, your IIT professors will appreciate. My friend, mechanical, story, listen, mechanical, finished his BTech, SVU, Tirupati. We met in Chennai last 2 years back. He's not a very long friend, very junior for me, very, very junior. Finished SVU, BTech. Then after GATE, he joined IIT Kharagpur, to GATE, IIT Kharagpur. Then after that, PhD, IISc Bangalore. PhD, IISc Bangalore. All of you know IISc Bangalore. Then now he is doing PDF, Netherlands. PDF. After PhD, what is that? PDF. Postdoctorate fellowship. That's the last. PDF is the last. His age is 31. Without gap, he cleared everything. Without gap, no education gap. BTech, what is the age of the BTech? 21. Then MTech, PhD, PDF. He and his wife both are pursuing their PDF in the Netherlands. PDF, postdoctorate fellowship. Whenever he will come to again India, he will get IIT professor job, some good IIT professor job, no doubt. That is a profile very strong. IIT PhD, IISc PDF, IISc MTech, sorry, PhD is IISc, MTech is IIT, PDF. So that profile is required, strong profile. What is the purpose of the strong profile? Red carpet welcome for you. If IIT brand is there, red carpet welcome. What happens here? Many of our friends, BTech only, they are all saturating. Leave it MTech, leave it PDF. MTech also they are not going. That is my suggestion. Right. Chalo bhai. This one is what? If a random variable is distributed, Poisson distribution. Hello. This is also very, very important question. E of x plus 2 whole square. Hello. E of x plus 2 whole square. See, what is the data is given if a random variable has Poisson distribution with mean is 5. Mean is 5. Now tell me, what is the mean of the Poisson distribution? Lambda. Mean is equals to lambda is equals to 5. Then what is the E of x plus 2 whole square? E of x plus 2 whole square is what? E of x square plus 4 plus 4x. Yes or no? E of x square plus 4x plus 4, which is equals to what? E of x square plus expectation of 4 is 4. This is 4 into E of x. What is E of x square? Mean square value. Yes or no? What is mean square value of the Poisson distribution? Mean square value of the Poisson distribution? Lambda square plus lambda. What is lambda value? 5. 25 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4 into 5. What is the overall answer? It is 54 is the answer. Yes or no? 54. This question is relating what? Poisson distribution and expectation. Poisson distribution, expectation, both are linked. It's clear to all of you? Yes. Let us move to our next question. Completed, na? So without knowledge about the Poisson distribution, we cannot attempt this bit also. Yeah. This is linking the distributions and expectation. There is some type mistake here. Equal symbol is not required. Shall we move to next question? Completed. What's the answer? 54. No confusion, no? If you are not recollecting this lambda square plus lambda, then it would be tough for you. Yes or no? Formula, Poisson distributions you recollect. Completed. Next. Second order ordinary moment of a Poisson distributed random variable is 2. Second order ordinary moment of a Poisson distribution random variable is 2. Then what is the first order ordinary moment? What is the question is asking? Second order ordinary moment means what? Second order ordinary moment. Mean or mean squared value? Mean squared value. It is given. What is the mean squared value of the Poisson distribution? Mean squared value of the Poisson distribution is lambda square plus lambda. That is given to mean squared value. Instead of mean squared value, what is the word he is using? Second order ordinary moment. And is asking what? First order ordinary moment is what? First order ordinary moment means lambda is equals to what? That is the question. Lambda is equals to what? Find out from here. Lambda square plus lambda minus 2 equal to 0. Lambda square plus 2 lambda minus lambda minus 2 equal to 0. What are the results you will get here? Lambda equal to 1 and minus 2. Lambda equal to 1 and minus 2. Which value is correct here exactly? Lambda equal to 1 is only correct. Because of lambda is what? NP. N is positive, P is also positive. Mean squared value. Mean squared value is what? Lambda square plus lambda is asking mean. This is clear now? Understood? No confusion? Instead of mean squared value, what is the word he is using here? Second order ordinary moment. Second order ordinary moment is given. What is the first order ordinary moment? First order ordinary moment means what? E of x is cleared over. Let us move to our next question. What is the answer? If x is uniformly distributed random variable, if x is uniformly distributed random variable between 0 and 1, what is E of x cube? That is the question. E of x cube. What type of random variable it is given? Uniform distribution. What is the nature of the random variable in the uniform distribution? Continuous or discrete? Continuous. Yeah. What is the uniform distribution formula? Uniform distribution. 1 by p minus a. 1 by p minus a. 1 by 1 minus 0. F of x is 1. PDF is 1. All of you know why we are taking PDF. It is a uniform distribution. What is the nature of the random variable? Continuous. Then what the question is asking? E of x cube. If x is a continuous random variable, what is the E of x cube? Minus infinity to plus infinity x cube into f of x dx. What are the useful limits here? 0 to 1. 0 to 1 x cube. F of x is what here? 1 dx. 0 to 1 x cube dx. What is the result of this one? X power 4 by 4. Limits are from 0 to 1. 1 by 4 is the answer. Here also, uniform distribution expectation both are linked. Means distribution and expected cost, both concepts are interlinked. Everyone understanding? No confusion? Yes. So to attempt this question, we should have knowledge about the uniform distribution. Without that knowledge, we cannot finish. Yes, let us move to our next question. Completed this. Oh, chalo. Next question. Observe here. What is the question here? If x is a discrete random variable which takes values from 1 to 5 with probabilities as shown in the table. What are the x values we are having here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and their probabilities values also given. What is the nature of the random variable? Discrete or continuous? Discrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discrete. And their probability values are given. Is it correct to table or not? How to confirm? If you add all probabilities, summation is 1. Summation of all probabilities is what? 1 only. Yes or no? What is the data is given? A student calculates mean of x as 3.5 and her teacher calculates variance of x as 1.5. Which of the following is correct? Both student and teacher are correct. Both student and teacher are wrong. Student correct, teacher wrong. Student wrong, teacher correct. Is it clear to all of you? Question understood? What is your favorite answer? Huh? Oh, well. Huh. You are saying favorite answer C, na? Student correct, teacher. Huh? See, let us see. See, student calculated what mean? The original mean is what? Calculate. Try all of you. Original mean is how much? You can calculate E of x. Original mean try. Original mean formula is what? Summation xi into p of xi. 1 into 0.1, 2 into zero point 0.2, 3 into 0.4, 4 into zero point 0.2, 5 into zero point 0.1. What is this answer? Student calculated is how much? 3.5. But this is what? 3. Means student wrong. Yes or no? But teacher correct or not? Let us see. Teacher calculated what? Variance. What is the formula of the variance of x is? E of x square minus E of x whole square. E of x square minus E of x whole square. Yes or no? Now we got the E of x is 3. What is E of x square? Calculate. E of x square. What is E of x square? Summation xi squared p of xi. That means what? 1 square, 0.1, 2 square, 0.2, 3 square, 0.4, 4 square, 0.2, 5 square, 0.1. How much it is? E of x square is how much? Calculate. How much is the value you are getting E of x square? Simplify. 10.2. This is 10.2. E of x square is the 10.2. Then what is the variance of x? Variance of x is equals to E of x square minus E of x whole square. 10.2 minus E of x 3 square is what? 9. What is the result we got here? 1.2. Hello. Original variance is what? 1.2. Student teacher calculated variance is what? 1.5. Both are wrong. Both are wrong. Both are lazy fellows. Student rank means at least teacher should be correct, na? Right. Yeah. So this type of questions are 2 marks bits, definite type of questions, expectations. Yes. Completed. So we should not do mistake. So in the worst case, qualify the exam also very important in first attempt. That gives some boost for you second attempt. See, at least second attempt you have to go. First attempt cleared is very good, no problem. If you are getting the best rank in the first attempt, excellent. Otherwise also try at least one more time. Don't leave. Yeah, coming to next. Shall we go to next? Completed, na? This question, try all of you. Yeah, here some, this is some correction is there. This is, okay. This is some correction. It is E of x square y square. E of x square y square. B option is like this. E of x square y square. E of x whole square. This right hand side is okay. Left hand side only some mistake. Okay. These are the different options are given. What is the question? Understand question. It is also previous gate. Try to understand the question. What is that? X and y are two independent random. X and y are two independent random variables. Then which one of the relations between expectations, variance and covariance wrong? Which one is wrong? Is asking. If x and y are independent, which one is wrong? First you tell me. This first one is correct or not? If x and y are independent, correct or not? Correct only. There is no problem for first option. Third option, correct or not? If x and y are independent, covariance of x comma y is 0. If x and y are independent, variance of x plus y is what? Variance of x plus variance of y. You are understanding? Right. So, our correct, yeah, this is wrong. What is the correct answer for this one? E of x square y square is equals to E of x square into E of y square. E of x square into E of y square. That's what? Mean squared value of the x into mean squared value of the y. But it is given what? Mean of x whole squared, mean of y whole squared. Is it clear? Yeah, this is our correct answer. Means that is wrong actually, that is correct answer. You are all understanding? Yeah. That is also an expectation, very important concepts. Yes. Coming to next one, let us move to our next. Completed, na? Yeah. This is given. Let x and y be two independent random variables with sigma x is 1, sigma y is 2. Then what is the variance of x minus y? Variance of x minus y, the answer. Anybody answer? What is the answer? 3, yeah? Yes. What is the answer for this one? What is the data is given here? Sigma x is given 1, sigma y is given 2. Hello. Sigma and sigma means what? Standard deviation. Standard deviations are given. Then what is the variance of x? What is the variance of the y? Okay, na? Then he's asking what? If x and y are independent, what happened by? Variance of x minus y. What is the variance of x minus y? Variance of x plus variance of y. Variance of x plus variance of y. Is it plus or minus? Plus only. What is the variance of x here? Variance of x is what? 1. Variance of y is 4. What is the answer? 5 is the answer. 5. Variance of x plus variance of the y, 5. Is it clear? See, similar to this one more question is there. Is completed now? This is clear? Yeah. No mistakes. Coming to next. We are going to next question. Is this completed? See here, related to this same type of question, variance of x is given 9, variance of y is given 16, then standard deviation of x minus y is what? Tell me what is the answer, everyone? X and y are independent. Different data, that's different and this is different. Variance of x is 9, variance of y is 16. What is the standard deviation of x minus y? For that, what you have to do first? Variance of x minus y. What is the variance of x minus y? Variance of x plus variance of y. Plus or minus? Plus. 9 plus 16, 25. Is asking what? Standard deviation of x minus y. Square root of variance. Square root of 25. What is the square root of 25? 5 is the answer. Everybody understood? 5. Yes. Similar type of question only. Everyone understanding? No confusion? Okay. Let us move to our next question. This is there completed, na? We are almost to 90 percentage finished, 90, 95. Only 5. This is also a very interesting question. Passengers try. Passengers try repeatedly to get a seat reservation in any train running between two stations until they are successful. If there is a 40% chance of getting seat reservation in any attempt by a passenger, then average number of attempts a passenger need to make to get seat reserved. This type of question also very important. Is a recent gate paper. Yeah. What is the probability of getting seat reservation whenever he is trying? X and probability. Hello. X means what here? Number of attempts by. Number of attempts. First attempt. First attempt. If he is success in the first attempt, what is that probability P? Probability of P in first attempt. Success. When this fellow go to the second attempt, tell me. Second attempt. What is the answer here? Second attempt. The second attempt. First fail, second success. QP. Yes, coming to next. Just wait by. We are going to close within half an hour, 40 minutes sessions. Ah. Third one is what? Tell me. When it is required to go for third attempt? Third attempt. T. Q square P. Fourth attempt. QQP. Fifth attempt. Q power 4P and so on. Hello. There is no restriction in the number of attempts. What the question is asking? Average number of attempts passenger need to make to get seat reserved. Average means what? E of x. What is the E of x here? All of you know. 1 into P, 1 into P, 2 into QP, 3 into Q square P, 4 into Q cube P, 5 into Q power 4P, plus so on. What is the common in all of them? What is the common in all of them? P is the common. 1 minus 2. This formula. It is a Maclaurin series in your calculus. I don't know whether you studied Taylor's and Maclaurins. And if you take the 1 plus x power minus 2, what is the 1 plus x to the power of minus 2 formula? Can you guess? 1 minus 2x plus 3x square minus 4x cube plus so on. In the same way, 1 plus x to the power minus 1. What is that? 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus so on. In the same way, what is the formula? 1 minus x to the power minus 1, 1 plus x square plus x cube plus so on. So these are all the formula, they are there in your calculus also. E power x, e power minus x, sin x, sin hx, cos hx, you have to study all. What is its simplification here? P into 1 minus q, this formula. What is x here? Q. 1 minus q to the power minus 2. P into, what is 1 minus q? Is the p. 1 minus q is the p. Power minus 2, which is equals to p by p square. What is the p by p square? 1 by p. What is p here? 2 by 5. 1 by 2 by 5. 5 by 2 is the answer. 5 by 2. Average number of attempts a passenger need to make. It is the 5 by 2 is the answer. This type of questions, they are all there in your previous papers by. Expectation, we have done some questions. If we will try in your some material, download the previous papers also. Any material you are having, so many questions are there. Is it clear to all of you? Most of the questions I covered here, try some more also from the material or any download the papers. In our class, 80 to 85 percentage problems I am solving. Other questions also you try. You learn some idea you got about the topics. What is the last topic we have? Statistics, a small topic. Probability completed. Majority questions are from the probability only. 90 percentage of questions from the probability. Only 10 percentage from the statistics. Let us go to the statistics and close. Statistics. Clear na? Understood? Now, where is the desktop symbol? SB, yeah? Last question is clear, na? Then again we have to go with the concepts. Empty slides. Across no empty slides. Free board without slides. Statistics, it takes half an hour, 40-minute session. Statistics definition right now. Statistics. Hello. It's also important. Don't questions. Statistics. Statistics. Right now. The process of collection, analysis. Statistics definition. The process of collection, analysis, the process of collection, analysis, and interpretation of data. The process of collection, analysis, and interpretation of data is called statistics. Statistics. Collection, analysis, and interpretation. Whenever you want to prepare the bar diagram and pie diagram, any cricketer pie diagram, how they are preparing bar diagram or pie diagram. First they are collecting the data. Analysis means what? How many sixes are there, how many fours are there, how many dot balls, singles, they are called analysis. Preparing the pie chart, all of you know pie chart, in aptitude also you have pie charts and also bar diagrams, tabular. Preparing that it is called the statistics. Collection, analysis and interpretation of data is called statistics. Data two types here. Data two types. One is ungrouped data. Data two types. One is ungrouped data and grouped data. Ungrouped data, grouped data. Data two types, ungrouped and group. When it is said to be ungrouped data, ungrouped and grouped. A data is said to be ungrouped data. A data is said to be ungrouped. A data is said to be ungrouped data if it is not specified, if it is not specified, if it is not specified in terms of class interval and frequency, class interval and frequency. A data is said to be ungrouped data if it is not specified in terms of class interval and frequency. And when it is said to be grouped data, a data is said to be grouped data, a data is said to be grouped data if it is specified, if it is specified in terms of class interval and frequency, class interval and frequency. A data is said to be grouped data if it is specified in terms of class interval and frequency. A data is said to be grouped data and ungrouped data. Ungrouped data means what? If it is not specified in terms of class interval and frequency, if it is specified in terms of class interval and frequency. So, for grouped data, if you take if you take just one example for the means this is data science students well known this one, na? All having some data. Yes, mathematics is more for data science students. Am I correct? studying data science branch, maths more is there for you. Even partial differential equation also is there. Okay, very good. So, what is the grouped data? What is the grouped data? So, grouped data means class interval and frequencies are given like this 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, like that, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and frequency is what? 3, 7, 3, 5, 7, 2, 1. So that is a class interval and frequency is given, then it is called the grouped data. Ungrouped data, grouped data. Ungrouped data and grouped data. Understanding? Okay. Next. This is clear to all of you, class interval and frequency. If student results are simply announced without framing first class, second class distinction, they all comes under ungrouped. If it is kept, if you kept that in the form of first class distinction, second class, then it comes under a grouped, ungrouped and grouped. Next, let us go to the next slide. Formula. Mean squared value, mean squared value, variance, standard deviation, median mode, median mode of ungrouped data, ungrouped data. What is the formula? Mean squared value, variance, standard deviation, median mode of ungrouped data. What is the mean formula here? Mean is equals to sigma xi divided by n. All of you know this. Mean squared value is what? Sigma xi squared divided by n. Ungrouped data. Sum of observations by total number of observations. Sum of squares of observations by total number of observations. Mean squared value. Then what is the variance? Variance of x is equals to what? Mean squared value minus mean whole squared. So that is what? Sigma xi squared divided by n minus sigma xi by n whole squared. Mean squared value minus mean whole squared, variance. Huh? What is the standard deviation here? Standard deviation is square root of the variance. Mean squared value, variance, standard deviation. What is the median and mode? What is the median definition? All of you know median. 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 It is defined as the if number of observations are odd. If number of observations. If number of observations are odd. If number of observations are odd, then median is the middlemost observation. Median is the middlemost observation. If number of observations are odd, then the median is the middlemost observation provided observations are arranged in observations are arranged in either ascending order or descending order. Either ascending order or descending order. You are understanding? If the number of observations are odd, then median is the middlemost observation provided observations are arranged in either ascending order or descending order. Let us take some examples here. examples let us take here. Example 2, 4, 6, 5, 3, 2, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 5, 3, 7, 9, 8, 10. How many observations are there? How many observations? 9 observations are there. 9. What is the median? Huh? It's not like that. We have to arrange them in the ascending order. Or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have to keep them in the ascending order or descending order. What is the median here is the 6. Median is equals to 6 is the correct answer. What is the observation here? Middlemost observation is the median. Next. If number of observations are odd, next example, next definition is clear to all of you? Shall we move to next slide? Number of observations. If number of observations are even, actually this location is what here? Where is this location? If n is odd number, n is odd number, n is odd number of observations. What is the location of this one? It is the n plus 1 by location. What is the location? Position. N plus 1 by 2. Is it clear to all of you? N plus 1 by 2. Is it clear? Location, position. Next. If number of observations are even, median is average of two middlemost observations. Average of two middlemost observations. Median is the median is the observations. Median is the average of observations. Yes. Median is the average of two most observations provided observations are arranged in either ascending order or descending order. Either ascending or descending order. Either ascending order or descending order. Is it clear to all of you? No confusion? Example, if you are taking 1, 3, 5, 4, 2, 6, 8, 9, 7, 10. How many observations are there? How many observations we are having? 10. Even number of observations are there. What is the median here? Arrange them in the ascending order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 and 6. What is the median here? 5 plus 6 by 2. 5.5 is the median. You're understanding? 5.5 is the median. What is this 5? If n is even number, n is even number of observations. This 5 is what? This 5 is n by 2. The 6 is what? What is the 6 is? N by 2 plus 1. N by 2 and n by 2 plus 1. 5 and 6. You are all understanding? They are the positions. Which numbers we are taking? N by 2, n by 2 plus 1. Whatever the numbers in these positions, we are taking average of them. Is it clear to all of you? N by 2, n by 2 plus 1. Everybody understood? Median. If number of observations are odd, if the number of observations are the even. All of you understanding? No confusion. Next. Write down next question. The following sequence of numbers are arranged. The following, this is completed now. The following sequence of numbers. The following sequence of numbers. The following sequence of numbers are arranged. The following sequence of numbers are arranged in the ascending order. In the ascending order. What are the numbers are there in the ascending order? 1, x, x, x. Y, Y. 9, 16, 18. The following sequence of numbers are arranged in the increasing order. 1, x, 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 y, y, 9, 16, 18. And also given mean is equals to median is equals to 2 times of the mode. Mean, median are equal, which is equals to twice of the mode. And is asking what is the y value. Y value is what? That is the data is given. Mean and median are equal, which is equals to 2 times of the mode. Then what is the y value is asking? How much is the y value? That is the question. The 2 marks between the previous gate is also very important. How to get this answer here? Solution. What is the median of this? They are all arranged already in the ascending order. What is the median? Which is median is equals to y. Y is the median. What is the mode? Mode is equals to x, most frequently repeated x. Mode is x, median is y. You are all understanding? Yeah, coming to next. What is another data is given? Median is equals to y is equals to 2x. Y is equals to 2x. Now you take the average of them here. 1 plus x plus x plus x plus y plus y plus 9 plus 16 plus 18 divided by how many are there? 9 is equals to what? We are taking average. That is equals to mean. Yes or no? Mean. Mean we are taking. What is the mean and median are equal? Median is what here? Y. This is equals to y. Equal to y. Mean is equals to yes or no? Mean and median are the same. 9y. This 9 and 9y is equals to what? 3x plus 2y plus 44. So 7y is equals to 3 into what is x here? Y by 2. X is y by 2 plus 44. 11y by 2. This simplify. 11y by 2 equal to 44. 11y is equals to 88. Y is equals to how much is the value? 8. Y is equals to 8 is the answer. Y is 8, X is equals to what? No doubt 4. Y is equals to 8, that type of question. We have to understand what the data is given. They are all arranged in the ascending order. Mean equal to median is equals to 2 times of the mode. What is the Y value? Yes. వాళ్ళు బిజీగా ఉన్నారు అక్కడ. నాకు ఒక అదొక వీక్నెస్, డైలీ 3-4 టీలు తాగా ఒక వీక్నెస్ నాకు, తప్పదు. స్టిమ్యులేటింగ్ మైండ్, కరెక్ట్నా? డైలీ 8 to 10 hours కదా. బట్ మై సజెషన్, డోంట్ అడిక్ట్ మచ్ అబౌట్ ఫర్ ద టీ. You are taking more teas means what? After 30-40 years, diabetic will come out. Huh? Careful. Physical exercise is there, otherwise difficulty. Yeah. Coming to next, one more concept, the last one. Which one we have discussed now? Mean squared, variance, ungrouped. Now it is grouped. Grouped data. Mean squared value, variance, standard deviation, median, mode of grouped data. For this is grouped data. For the grouped data, mean squared value, variance, standard deviation. What is the mean of this one here? Mean is equals to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. Then what is the mean squared value? Sigma fi xi squared divided by sigma fi, mean squared value. What is the variance here? Mean squared value minus mean whole squared. Sigma fi xi squared divided by sigma fi minus sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi whole square. Mean squared value minus mean whole squared. That is the variance. What is the standard deviation? Square root of variance. You are all understanding? Mean squared value, variance, standard deviation. This is nothing but what? What does this mean here? It is a weighted average. This is nothing but a weighted average. Yes or no? Weighted average. Then coming to median. What is the median formula? L plus n by 2 minus m divided by f into C. L plus n by 2 minus m divided by f into C. క్లాస్ ఎంతవరకు? 4:45. మర్చిపోయారు అట్లా మామూలుగా ఏదో వర్క్ ఉండి రావాలి అంతేనా? ఏదో వర్క్ ఏదో చెప్తాను, పర్లేదా? నేను ఇబ్బంది పెట్టానా? నేను ఇబ్బంది పెట్టానా? ఓకే, సర్టన్ ఫార్మాలిటీస్ ఫాలో అవ్వాలి. బిజీ అండ్ ఓకే, ఇవన్నీ మీకు కొంచెం ఫ్యూచర్లో తెలుస్తాయి మీకు. రైట్, కమింగ్ టు నెక్స్ట్. సి నిజం రైట్, ఐ ట్రావెల్డ్ సో మెనీ టైమ్స్ బై ఫ్లైట్స్. చెన్నై టు హైదరాబాద్, కానీ హైదరాబాద్ టు చెన్నై, బాంబే. నా పక్క సీట్లో సత్యరాజు కూర్చున్నాడు. హాయ్ చెప్పాను, ఒక సెల్ఫీ తీసుకున్నాను, అంతే. మరీ ఎక్కువ ఓవర్ రెస్పెక్ట్ ఇచ్చి రే సత్యరాజు కలిసి కానీ కింద పడి పోరాడాలు ఇట్లాంటివి చేయాలి. అర్థమైందా? నిన్న మొన్న మెస్సీ వచ్చాడు, మెస్సీని ఇట్లా తాకడానికి ఎంతమంది ట్రై చేసి నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు. L plus n by 2 minus m divided by f into c. What is the L here? Lower limit of the ideal class. N is what? Sum of all frequencies. Table చెప్పండి ఇక్కడ. What is the table we have? Already that table tell me. Table. Class interval and frequency. What is the table? 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. What is the 0 to 10 we have? 3, 2, 1. Okay, no? What is F here? F is the ideal frequency, highest frequency. What is F here? 7, highest frequency. And what is N? N is the sum of all frequencies. What is the sum of all frequencies here? 18. F is ideal frequency. L is lower limit of ideal class. What is the lower limit of the ideal class here? 20. And also we want one more is here. Cumulative frequency. CF, cumulative frequency. How to get the cumulative frequency? All of you observe here. 3 plus 5 is 3, 8, 15, 17, 18. Cumulative frequency. Understood? Cumulative frequency. Now what is M here? M is the cumulative frequency before ideal class. What is M here? Cumulative frequency. M is cumulative frequency before ideal class. Yes or no? Before ideal class. What is the cumulative frequency before ideal class? What is the ideal class here? Ideal class is what? 20 to 30. This is our ideal class. Yes or no? You're not responding. Ideal class means what? Highest frequency. Statistics also very important. Don't neglect. Understood? Yeah. See, for further any, I'm covered 99% in our class by. Already one time probability cycle was covered. Yes or no? How many of you are attended? Attended online sessions. Yeah, I think that data is also there. Further, if you want to go to that also, take that PDF also. Understood? Offline, everything is covered. You are all understanding? Yeah. What is the answer we are having here? Sigma F, 18. Yes. What is L value? 20. Cumulative frequency before ideal class is what? 8. 8. Substitute all of them. What is L value? 20. N by 2. N is what? 18. 9 minus 8 by F is what? 7. Into class size is how much? 10. Simplify here. 20 plus 10 by 7. 21.4 is the answer. 21.4 is the answer. That is for what? Median. Median. Then what is the mode? Last concept, mode. This is clear now? What is the mode formula? Mode. Let's go to next question. Last mode. And also remember one formula. Mode is equals to 3 median minus 2 mean. Mode is equals to 3 median minus 2 mean. All of your understanding? Very good. Let us go to the mode. Shall I go to next slide? Mode definition. That also remember, mode 3 median minus 2 mean. Variance is equals to mean squared value means mean whole squared. Standard deviation is square root of variance and all. What is the mode formula? Mode is equals to L plus delta 1 divided by delta 1 plus delta 2 into C. What is the delta 1? F minus 1. Delta 2, F minus F plus 1. That remember, C is what? Class size. What is F here? Ideal frequency. F is ideal frequency. How much it is? 7. In our table, remember once again table. Class interval and frequency. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. What are the values? 3, 5, 7, 2, 1. Okay. This is F minus 1, F plus 1. Frequency before ideal class, frequency after ideal class. Substitute and simplify. F is 7, F minus 1 is 5, F plus 1 is 2. Substitute. L value is what? 20 plus F minus 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5 plus 7 minus 2 into what is that? C, class size. Simplify that. What is the answer we are going to get? What is the answer we are going to get? It is 20 plus 20 by 7, 22 point. This is what? 2 point something, 2 means 14, 6. 22.85 something. Observe here, 22.85 something. That is about the mode. Mode of what? Mode of group data or ungrouped data? Group data. All of you understanding what is the mean squared variance? Standard deviation, median, mode of ungrouped data and grouped data. Remember all formula also. What is the relation between mean, mode, median? It is a mean, mode, median is a mode is equals to 3 median minus 2 mean. Next. All of you understood? No confusion? Yes. I know. Some of you are saturated. One small, last small topic, small diagram is there. Shall we remove this one? Completed? See here, where values are more here, for x beginning values more values, for x last values are more amplitude. Here it is a symmetric. This is called positively skewed diagram, positively skewed, and it is symmetric, and it is what? Negatively skewed. Positively skewed, symmetric, negatively skewed. Positively skewed, symmetric, negatively skewed. For positively skewed, remember mode less than or equal to median less than or equal to mean. For symmetric is what? Mean is equals to mode is equals to median. Negatively skewed, positively skewed, symmetric, negatively skewed. Negatively skewed is what? Mean less than or equal to median less than or equal to mode. Yeah, these values, this skewing, about skewing. Skew means what? Which type of movement it is? Skew. Second order or third order means third order. Skew is what? Third order ordinary movement. You are all understanding? No confusion? Yeah. What are the topics today we have discussed? Tell me, morning to till now. First, we have done some questions on the PDF. Yesterday, continuation of some numericals. Yesterday, what are the topics? Types of events. We have done so many questions. Bayes theorem. After Bayes theorem, then random variable. Types of random variables. Probability functions. PMF, CDF, PDF. We have done so many numericals also. Types of events also so many numericals. Probability distributions are how many? 5. All 5 distributions are very important. Then after distributions, expectation, very, very important concepts. Then statistics, it's clear. So revise once again, right? Do some more problems for other your materials. Any confusions? Hmm. Yeah, completed. Yeah. The thing is what? See, this is complete CS and data science also. For data science, those who are preparing, I suggest just to take that square and t distribution. Just download, no problem. You'll get the class. Same, just like to normal only. Only those who are going for, but they are not asking questions from that. Don't worry. But even though just to those who are attempting data science paper, chi square and t distribution. Just to these two, just refer, no problem. Both are close to. Remember what is the PDF formula? What is the mean squared variance? Is it clear to all of you? With this, we are going to close the session. If all of you enjoyed yesterday and today's session, very good, very good. All the best. Prepare well. Bring best rank for the KIET and for you also. Right.